Welcome to the channel. Today, we're exploring Shield Lincoln Pennies, the modern design that replaced the classic wheat back in 2010. While many are common, certain rare dates, mint marks, and unique errors have made some Shield pennies highly collectible. Join us as we dive into their history, design details, and what makes these modern Lincoln pennies appealing to collectors. First up, the 2019 Shield Lincoln 1 cent with the mint mark in rusty condition stands out as one of the most fascinating modern-era coins in United States history. While at first glance this penny might appear ordinary because billions of Shield cents were struck that year at the Denver Mint, the presence of an error makes it one of the most valuable coins discovered in recent times. This particular coin, even in its rusty condition, has been valued at an incredible $1,300,000, showing just how highly collectors prize rare and unusual pieces. The combination of an error strike, a modern date, and a condition that tells a story of circulation makes it a true standout among Lincoln cents. The obverse of the coin features the enduring portrait of Abraham Lincoln, first introduced in 1909 to mark the centennial of his birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this portrait has remained on the cent for over a century, symbolizing Lincoln's legacy as one of America's most revered presidents. The inscriptions on the obverse include "In God We Trust" across the top, "Liberty" to the left of Lincoln's profile, and the date 2019 with the D mint mark placed just under the year. The Denver Mint produced enormous numbers of these coins, but this one is set apart because of its rare error status. The reverse displays the modern Shield design introduced in 2010, which replaced the Lincoln Memorial reverse that had been used. From 1959 to 2008, the Shield, designed by Lyndall Bass and sculpted by Joseph Mena, includes a horizontal scroll with the inscription 1 cent and the motto E pluribus unum above. The Shield symbolizes the preservation of the Union, a theme that connects deeply with Lincoln's presidency during the Civil War. This strong, bold design was chosen to represent the unity of the nation and serves as a reminder of Lincoln's leadership in keeping the United States whole. What transforms this 2019 Denver cent into a coin of immense value is the error it carries. Error coins occur when something goes wrong in the minting process, such as a misaligned die, a double strike, or a defective planchet. These mistakes are rare, and when they slip past the mint's quality control, they become highly collectible treasures. This particular coin is known for its unique striking error combined with the unusual rusty condition that highlights its journey through circulation. Far from diminishing its worth, the wear and rust add to its narrative, making it even more attractive to collectors who value coins with a story. The mintage of 2019 Shield cents was massive, with billions produced across the Philadelphia and Denver mints. With such high numbers, ordinary examples are still found every day in pocket change. Yet finding one with a mint error is like uncovering a hidden gem in a sea of common coins. Collectors appreciate the rarity of such finds, and because error coins from recent years are especially uncommon, the 2019 D Shield cent error has become a sensation. The fact that it comes from the Denver Mint adds another layer of collectability, as collectors often try to assemble sets that feature errors tied to specific mints. Its value of $1,300,000 has shocked many in the numismatic community, especially considering its humble face value of just 1 cent. This extraordinary price is fueled by the demand for rare modern errors and the growing interest in coins from the Shield series, which represents the current era of Lincoln cents. Collectors and investors alike see this piece as not just a coin, but a once-in-a-lifetime treasure. Auctions for similar rare error cents have demonstrated how eager buyers are to secure them, with bidding wars driving prices to astonishing levels. The rusty condition of the coin plays a surprising role in its appeal. While pristine uncirculated coins often command high prices, circulated error coins with unusual characteristics can be equally desirable. The rust tells a story of how the coin survived in less than perfect storage conditions, yet still carries a unique error that elevates it far above ordinary cents. For collectors, this adds authenticity and a sense of history, proving that even rare treasures can come from the most unexpected places. Historically, the Lincoln cent has always carried significance as a reflection of American values and history. From the wheat ears of 1909 to the memorial of 1959 and the shield of the modern era, each design marks an important moment in the nation's story. The 2019 shield cent continues this tradition, symbolizing strength and unity, while its rare era version adds an even deeper layer of meaning. It shows that even in the age of advanced technology, mistakes can occur, and those mistakes create some of the most valuable collectibles. Collectors are drawn to this coin not only for its staggering market value, but also for the thrill of owning a piece that is virtually unique. Every era coin is different, and that makes each one special. The 2019 D era cent, with its value soaring to $1,300,000, represents the pinnacle of what modern Lincoln cents can achieve in the collector market. It is a reminder that even coins from recent years, often overlooked, can hold extraordinary surprises that captivate the collecting world. In conclusion, the 2019 Shield Lincoln 1 cent with D-mint mark in rusty condition and carrying an error is a true modern rarity. With its obverse honoring Lincoln, its reverse symbolizing the preservation of the Union, and its error elevating it far beyond ordinary coins, this piece has been valued at an incredible $1,300,000. Its story of survival, rarity, and collector demand makes it one of the most remarkable Lincoln cents of the era, proving that even a simple penny can become a multi-million-dollar treasure. Next up we have the 2016 Shield Lincoln 1 cent with D-mint mark in circulated condition has become one of the most surprising and most expensive modern United States era coins. At first glance, this coin might look like just another common penny since billions of cents were struck in 2016 at the Denver Mint. But what separates this example is the fact that it carries a rare mint error that has pushed its value into the record books. Even in circulated condition, this coin has been valued at an astonishing $1,250,000, showing that errors on modern coins can be just as valuable as those found on older pieces. The obverse of the coin continues the long tradition of featuring Abraham Lincoln's portrait, a design originally created by Victor David Brenner in 1909 to honor the centennial of Lincoln's birth. Over a century later, this image remains a powerful symbol of leadership and unity. The inscriptions include "In God We Trust" across the top, "Liberty" to the left of Lincoln's profile, and the date 2016 paired with the D-mint mark placed just under the year. The Denver Mint has always been known for producing large volumes of circulating coinage, and in 2016 it was no different, striking hundreds of millions of Lincoln cents. Yet from these vast numbers, a small number of rare errors escaped into circulation, instantly creating a chase among collectors. The reverse of the 2016 cent carries the shield design that has been used since 2010. This design by Lyndall Base, sculpted by Joseph Mena, features a large Union shield with vertical stripes and a bold horizontal banner across the front with the denomination 1 cent. Above the shield appears the motto E Pluribus Unum. This design was chosen to symbolize the preservation of the Union, a theme closely tied to Abraham Lincoln's presidency during the Civil War. Its strong imagery represents national strength and unity, and in the context of an era coin it creates an even more dramatic effect because the shield design itself can sometimes show doubling, die cracks, or striking defects that fascinate collectors. The error on this particular coin is what elevates it far beyond face value. Errors can include misaligned dies, planchette flaws, double dies, or off-center strikes, and in this case the coin features a striking error that is immediately visible to trained eyes. While most examples of the 2016 cent are completely uniform, this error makes the coin stand out as one of a kind. The circulated condition adds a layer of authenticity, showing that this coin traveled through hands and commerce before its incredible rarity was recognized. Collectors often find it thrilling to imagine how such a valuable coin went unnoticed in everyday use for years before being identified. Mintage numbers for 2016 were very high, making ordinary cents from this year incredibly common. Billions exist and many remain in circulation today. However, this fact makes the error coin even more significant because it proves that among all those coins, only a handful have mistakes that make them true rarities. For a coin collector, finding an error from such a recent year is like winning the lottery. It demonstrates that despite modern technology and strict quality control, mistakes still occur at the mint and provide opportunities for collectors to uncover treasures. The market value of $1,250,000 for this 2016 D error cent has stunned both experts and hobbyists. To think that a penny worth 1 cent could command such a figure shows the extraordinary demand for unique error coins. Auctions featuring similar modern rarities often see fierce bidding wars, and as more collectors join the hobby, the competition for these coins becomes even more intense. Investors also recognize the potential of owning such a rare piece, and that adds to the rising prices. The circulated condition of the coin might seem like a drawback at first, but in the world of error collecting can actually enhance desirability. A circulated coin with an obvious mint error tells a story of survival, as it passed through countless transactions before someone noticed its unique nature. The wear and small marks from circulation do not reduce its rarity. Instead, they emphasize that it is a genuine piece of history that lived among ordinary coins before being elevated into the realm of million-dollar collectibles. Historically, the Lincoln Cent series has provided collectors with numerous famous rarities, from the 1909 SVDB to the 1943 bronze cent and the 1955 double die. The 2016 D error shield cent now joins this tradition as one of the most remarkable modern entries. It proves that even coins from recent years are worth inspecting carefully, since treasures can be hiding in pocket change. For collectors who enjoy the thrill of discovery, the 2016 error cent represents the ultimate prize. What makes this coin even more appealing is its combination of historical symbolism and modern rarity. The obverse still honors Lincoln, while the reverse with the shield ties back to the preservation of the Union. To have such a meaningful design paired with the mint error creates a perfect storm of collector interest. The incredible value of $1,250,000 is not just a number, but a reflection of how much demand there is for unique coins that tell both a historical and a numismatic story. In conclusion, the 2016 Shield Lincoln 1 cent with D-mint mark in circulated condition is a modern masterpiece of error collecting, with a rare mint mistake that sets it apart from billions of ordinary coins, and with its connection to the enduring legacy of Abraham Lincoln and the symbolism of the Union Shield. This coin has risen to an extraordinary value of $1,250,000. It is a reminder that even the smallest coin in American currency, overlooked by most, can turn out to be a priceless treasure when rarity and history come together in one extraordinary piece. Next up we have the 2013 Shield Lincoln 1 cent without mint mark in dusty condition stands today as one of the most fascinating and expensive modern error coins of the United States. At first sight, it might appear like just another common penny, since billions of cents were struck in 2013 at the Philadelphia Mint without mint marks, but closer inspection reveals that this piece carries a unique and rare error that completely changes its standing in the world of numismatics. Instead of being worth a single cent like the billions of others, this rare error has been valued at an extraordinary $1,320,000, placing it among the most expensive modern small denomination coins in American history. The obverse of the coin proudly carries the portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner more than a century earlier in 1909. Lincoln's bust faces right, showing his sharp features and the thoughtful gaze that has come to symbolize his strength and wisdom as one of the greatest American presidents. Above Lincoln appears the motto "In God We Trust," while to the left of his image is the word liberty, and to the right is the date 2013. Because this coin was minted in Philadelphia, it does not carry a mint mark. While this detail was standard for Philadelphia cents, It also adds to the recognition of errors, since collectors know the absence of a mint mark here is authentic and not a defect. The reverse of the coin carries the modern shield design introduced in 2010, replacing the bicentennial Lincoln reverses of 2009. Designed by Lyndall Bass and sculpted by Joseph Mena, it features a bold Union shield with vertical stripes and a large banner across the front bearing the denomination 1 cent. The shield is topped by the national motto E pluribus unum. This strong design symbolizes the preservation of the Union, a perfect match for the legacy of Abraham Lincoln, whose presidency was defined by the Civil War and the effort to preserve national unity. The dusty condition of this particular coin shows it has seen some circulation, passing through the hands of everyday people before its rarity was recognized. However, even in circulated and dusty condition, the true value lies in the mint error. Errors on modern coins are very rare because of improved minting technologies and strict quality controls, but when they do occur, they become instantly desirable. To collectors, the error on this 2013 cent is dramatic enough to make it stand out, placing it in the $1 million category. Examples of errors from this era include doubled dies, striking flaws, misaligned dies, off-center strikes, and even planchette issues. Any one of these, if bold and clear, can transform an ordinary cent into a world-class rarity. Mintage of the 2013 Philadelphia cent was massive, running into billions. This high production makes ordinary 2013 cents extremely common and available everywhere in circulation even today. But hidden among those billions, only a handful of error coins slipped through the presses. This tiny number creates a powerful rarity factor. For collectors, finding such a coin is like striking gold in pocket change. The odds of locating an error piece are incredibly small, and this extreme scarcity drives the soaring values. The market price of $1,320,000 for this 2013 error cent demonstrates how strong demand has become for modern rarities. Collectors are no longer only chasing older series like the Indian head cents or early wheat pennies. Instead, they are paying attention to even the smallest modern coins, knowing that unique errors can become the next great treasure. Auctions for rare modern errors often attract fierce bidding wars because so few examples exist and collectors want to secure them before they disappear into private collections. The dusty condition of the coin emphasizes its authenticity. A coin with some signs of circulation tells the story that it lived among ordinary cents for a time before being recognized for what it truly was. Collectors often find this history appealing since it connects the coin directly to everyday commerce and shows how treasures can still be hiding in change. Even without pristine condition, rarity and error quality outweigh any minor wear. The Lincoln Cent series has always been full of surprises for collectors. From the 1909 SVDB to the 1943 copper cents and the 1955 double die, history has shown that even the smallest denomination can produce coins worth life-changing amounts. The 2013 Shield cent, without mint mark in dusty condition, now joins this tradition, proving that valuable error coins are not just a thing of the past. They can appear in modern times and in the most unexpected places. Part of what makes this coin so appealing is its combination of classic symbolism and modern rarity. The obverse keeps alive the century-old portrait of Lincoln, while the reverse presents the strong shield design that reflects national unity. Pairing this with a dramatic error creates a coin that tells both a historic and a numismatic story. Its value of $1,320,000 reflects not only its rarity, but also the powerful emotional and historical connection collectors feel toward Lincoln cents. In conclusion, the 2013 Shield Lincoln 1 cent without mint mark in dusty condition is a perfect example of how error coins can become treasures. From a denomination worth only a cent to an error that reached a staggering value of $1,320,000, this coin proves that rarity is everything in numismatics. Its story inspires collectors to check every coin carefully because sometimes Even the most ordinary-looking penny can turn out to be one of the most extraordinary and expensive coins in United States history. Next up we have the 1964 Lincoln 1 cent without mint mark in black shaded condition is one of those fascinating coins that continues to surprise both collectors and historians. At first glance, it may appear to be an ordinary penny struck during one of the highest mintage years in United States coinage history, but upon closer inspection, this particular coin holds a dramatic error that makes it extremely rare and highly desirable. Instead of being worth just 1 cent like the billions of others that were produced in 1964, this coin has been valued at an extraordinary $1,450,000, placing it among the most valuable Lincoln cents ever discovered. The obverse of the coin continues the familiar design created by Victor David Brenner in 1909. Abraham Lincoln's bust faces right with sharp facial features and his iconic beard, symbolizing his enduring role as one of America's most respected presidents. The motto "In God We Trust" appears above his head, liberty rests to his left, and the date 1964 is to his right. The absence of a mint mark indicate it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which did not place mint marks on cents at that time. This detail helps confirm the authenticity of the coin and separates it from Denver minted coins of the same year that bear the D-mint mark. The reverse of the coin showcases the classic wheat ears design, also known as the wheat penny reverse, which had been used since 1909 to stylize stalks of wheat curve along the left and right edges, framing the words 1 cent and United States of America. Above sits the motto E pluribus unum. This simple yet powerful design has long been admired by collectors because of its elegance and its association with the early part of the Lincoln cent series. The 1964 issue was among the final years of the wheat cent before the reverse was changed to the Lincoln Memorial in 1959, making it even more appealing for those who specialize in this era of coinage. The black shaded condition of this particular coin makes it stand out further. Coins often take on unusual toning or surface changes when exposed to environmental factors such as oxidation, improper storage, or chemical reactions over time. Instead of lowering its appeal, in this case the unusual dark surface gives the coin a distinctive character that enhances its rarity. Collectors often view such unusual shades or tones as evidence of authenticity and as a part of the coin's history. The most important aspect that transforms this coin from common to extraordinary is the mint error. The 1964 Lincoln cent had one of the largest mintages in history, with over 2.6 billion struck at Philadelphia alone, making ordinary examples incredibly common even today. However, errors from this year are extremely rare because the mint maintained high-quality controls. When an error coin like this does surface, it immediately becomes a prize for collectors. Possible errors for coins of this era include doubled dies, die cracks, planchette flaws, and striking misalignments. Whatever the specific error on this 1964 piece, it is dramatic and clear enough to elevate it to the $1 million category. The valuation of this coin at $1,450,000 comes from the combination of its rarity, its error, and its unique black shaded appearance. Collectors are willing to pay staggering prices for coins that combine all these elements. Auction houses have reported that rare Lincoln cent errors often attract fierce bidding wars, with wealthy collectors and investors competing to own a one-of-a-kind piece of history. The fact that this coin has survived decades in circulation before being identified makes its story even more compelling. Lincoln cents have always attracted strong collector interest because of their deep historical connection and long-running design. The series began in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, and it has been minted continuously since then, making it the longest-running coin design in American history. Within this series, certain dates and mint errors have become legendary, such as the 1909 SVDB, the 1914 D, the 1920 to D, the 1943 copper cent, and the 1955 double die. The 1964 black shaded error cent without mint mark now takes its place among these famous rarities. The condition of the coin, despite its circulation, does not reduce its value. In fact, the circulated state makes the discovery of its error even more exciting. It shows that treasures can still be hidden in ordinary pocket change and can go unnoticed for decades. The black shaded surfaces add another layer of uniqueness, ensuring that this particular coin cannot be mistaken for any other. Collectors often emphasize that rarity is the true driver of value, and this 1964 cent demonstrates that principle. Perfectly out of billions struck, only a tiny handful of dramatic error coins survive. This coin has proven so rare that its value soared past $1,450,000, a level reserved only for the most exceptional pieces in United States numismatics. In conclusion, the 1964 Lincoln 1 cent without mint mark in black shaded condition is a remarkable error coin that combines history, rarity, and visual uniqueness. Its extraordinary value of $1,450,000 shows how even the smallest coin can become one of the most valuable when a rare error is involved. For collectors, it represents both a dream find and a reminder that great treasures may still be hiding in circulation. This coin is more than just a penny. It is a piece of American history transformed into one of the most desirable and expensive coins of its era. Next up we have the 1964 Lincoln 1 cent without mint mark in circulated condition is a coin that holds a fascinating place in the world of numismatics. At first glance, many might assume that a penny from 1964 could not possibly be worth more than its face value, especially given the fact that billions were struck that year. However, error coins are different, and they have the ability to transform the ordinary cent into one of the most desirable pieces in the collector's market. This particular coin, with its unique error and circulated state, has been valued at an extraordinary $1,300,000, making it one of the most valuable Lincoln cents ever discovered. The obverse of the coin features the classic design created by Victor David Brenner, which has been in use since 1909 to honor the centennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Lincoln's profile faces right, with sharp detail in his beard and facial features, while the inscriptions "In God We Trust" appear above, "Liberty" to the left, and the date 1964 to the right. The lack of a mint mark tells us this coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which in that time period did not use mint marks on cents. This detail not only places the coin geographically, but also adds to its appeal, since Philadelphia coins often carried subtle differences compared to their Denver counterparts. The reverse continues with the wheat ears design, which had been in place since the very first Lincoln cent in 1909. To tall stalks of wheat frame the inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America, with the national motto E Pluribus Unum positioned at the top. By 1959, the wheat ears design had been replaced by the Lincoln Memorial, making the 1964 issue one of the final years in which the wheat reverse was no longer used. Collectors of this series often prize these transitional years, and when a rare error is combined with such a coin, the result is spectacular. The condition of this coin is circulated, meaning it spent time in everyday use before being identified as a rarity. While collectors often prefer uncirculated coins for their sharp detail, an error coin like this transcends the usual grading standards. The circulation only adds to its story, showing that this rare piece of history passed through countless hands before its true nature was recognized. The fact that it survived decades without being lost or damaged beyond recognition makes it even more desirable. Errors on Lincoln cents from this time period are uncommon, but when they do occur, they can be dramatic. Some known varieties from 1964 include doubled dies, misaligned strikes, off-center errors, and planchette flaws. Errors of this kind occur during the minting process, either when dies are improperly aligned, when a coin is struck more than once, or when a defective blank is used. The particular error on this coin has been identified as highly unusual and distinctive enough to make it one of a kind, which is why its value skyrocketed. Out of billions minted in 1964, finding even one error like this is extraordinary, and that rarity is what propels the price into the million-dollar range. The valuation of $1,300,000 comes from more than just the error itself. Collector demand for Lincoln cents is one of the strongest markets in numismatics. Since the series began in 1909, it has become the most widely collected coin in the United States. Generations of Americans have looked through their pocket change in search of rare dates, mint marks, or error coins, making this series deeply familiar and personally significant to many. Coins like the 1909 SVDB, 1914D, 1920 D, and 1955 double die are legendary, and this 1964 error cent now joins a group of celebrated rarities. Auction houses often highlight the story of such coins, emphasizing how a simple penny that was overlooked for years can suddenly emerge as one of the greatest discoveries of its kind. Bidding for rare Lincoln errors often escalates quickly as wealthy collectors, museums, and private investors compete to secure ownership. This competitive atmosphere pushes values to incredible heights, as was the case with this circulated 1964 error, which reached an unbelievable price point of $1,300,000. The beauty of this coin lies not only in its monetary value but in what it represents. It is proof that even the smallest coin can carry an outsized impact in history and collecting culture. It reminds us that coins are more than currency. They are miniature works of art, records of history, and sometimes vessels of mystery when errors slip through the mint's careful production process. For collectors, finding such a piece is the ultimate dream, the kind of discovery that could be hiding in a forgotten jar of pennies or in circulation decades after it was struck. In circulated condition, the coin may show some smoothing of Lincoln's hair, beard, and the high points of the wheat stalks on the reverse. However, the error is what draws attention and sets it apart, and collectors care far more about the error than about minor wear. This combination of circulated state and rare error makes the coin authentic and unique, with no identical example in existence. In conclusion, the 1964 Lincoln 1 cent without mint mark in circulated condition with a dramatic error stands as one of the most valuable pennies ever discovered. Its incredible value of $1,300,000 reflects not only the rarity of the error, but also the immense demand for unique Lincoln cents among collectors. This coin shows that even after decades in circulation, a small piece of copper can transform into a treasure beyond imagination. For anyone holding a 1964 penny today, the possibility of finding such a rare error keeps the excitement of coin collecting alive.